On the last video of this thing, I said, give this video a ton of support and we'll make sure the X4 is the next video that happens. And we got a whole ton of likes, way more likes than we normally get on any of the videos. So I'm definitely making that happen for you guys. Another video on the 96 Seadoo XP. I've got the carbs off and have just kind of cleaned them and checked the jetting on this thing. And I thought I had video of actually doing it, but I can't seem to find it. So let me just tell you what happened. So I just cleaned them. They weren't especially dirty or anything, but all the jets were wrong. Just like somebody put some random jets in those carbs and sold them. They are just an eBay set of carbs, so that's not too awfully uncommon. So but basically, if you get eBay carbs, definitely check and make sure you got the right jets in there. And so I'm having to just look around and see if I can find the correct jets for this thing. I was able to come up with a couple of different jets here. On the pilots, I'm going with 75s instead of 70s. For the high-speed jets, I scrounged up a couple of 135s, which is smaller than they're supposed to be. They're normally supposed to be a 142.5. But the normal setting on the high screws is 0, so they run them with 0 turns out. So I'm figuring I can just turn out the top speed screws a little bit to compensate for that. Gotta get these assembled back on the machine and get her tested. I guess I have to document what's happening, but I was tuning this on the hose. I turned it off for whatever reason, you know, to like tune a screw or whatever, and now it won't actually start again. I guess I should show you guys what it's doing. It's just frustrating the heck out of me right now. I mean, I'm not worried about fixing it. Like, it's not a problem. It's just a setback. It's real world problems. You can just hear the starter spinning and the engine doesn't catch, so basically that's something wrong with like the Bendix or the flywheel or something. So the front ignition cover has to come off, or the stator cover, so that can be fixed. So it's got to go back into the garage. But while I had it out here by the hose, I decided to actually wash the thing so it's not so disgusting, and it's really hard to wash while holding the camera. So yeah, I'm gonna wash it. That's great. So this thing spins the starter, and so I reached down there to grab the starter and I noticed it was loose. So I'm thinking maybe it was a bad connection, but it's already loose, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it out and just kind of take a peek at it. And I've almost got it here, and we'll have a look at it in just a minute. There is the starter, and hopefully we'll be able to test it with this battery. There you go, it spins, but it does not engage the teeth, which means that this is stuck. Okay, see if we can get it to move. It really doesn't want to move. Okay. Let's mark how this goes together. That's where it'll get rusty in the future. Well, whatever I did freed it up.
Go ahead and put it back together now, and then we'll give it a test. So that's why I scratched it, so I knew where it lined up. There we go. Fortunately, these seals would have gone there, but I trashed those. Ignore this. That'll just confuse. I'd hook that up backwards just because. Just ignore those colors. That has nothing to do with anything. Okay, red to there. And there we go. It spins up. Oh, it doesn't go back down. Ha 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 ha. Need some more lubricity. Okay, it sits in there sideways. Hey, you're supposed to stay out. I can't complain too much. This battery's trash. Oh, hopefully that's enough to get the job done here. Alright, that starter installed. Now, hopefully, they'll spin the engine over. Yes! Oh man. Now we're finally back to tuning carburetors. Before I get to running this thing on the hose, I looked up online the Rosser specs for when you're running the Rosser pipe. So I'm actually going to pull the carbs back on. Excuse me. I'm going to pull the carbs back off, get those jets and, you know, the correct turns for Rosser pipe on the carbies. And then we're going to go run it on the hose for some tuning from there. Not 100% perfect. Little wiggle test. Pretty happy. I kind of want to take it out and just run it out before I try to tune anything, because it's not holding a perfect steady RPM here on the sitting on the trailer, and it's really hard to tune if it's nice and steady. I don't want to run it too long on the hose. It does have a carbon seal. I just need to get it out onto the water, blow the cobwebs out, then I'll be able to come back and do some trailer tuning. but I'm set up with Russell's carb setup, so I think we're kind of ballparks. So if anything, it seemed maybe it was a little rich. It was definitely a bit smoky, but hard to tell until we get it out on the water.
Look, we're back on the X board. This is my project one. The seats are all getting switched around, so you can't judge them by the seat. This is the one with the Rosser pipe. And hoping for a good showing today. I mean, I'm still shaking all the cobwebs out. By no means am I calling this completely done or perfect. But I'm not gonna sit in the garage all summer polishing the frickin' rub rails when I need to get out here on the water and test things. This is Jetski Brothers, not Pretty Boy Racing. And boy, I hope that she runs all right today. I really want to rip this thing. You have to just floor them so that they don't freaking load up and foul out. Oh, this thing's gonna be so much fun today. Alright guys, we're looking solid for running. I know that was a quick test, but you know, I'm not gonna do any adjustments. I gotta go in, grab a wetsuit because it's pretty freaking cold. Like, it's summer, but it's not like it's warm here. It's like 65 degrees. And Jacob's gonna be joining me. Like, he's grabbing one of his skis. I don't know which one. We're gonna wetsuit up. And then we're gonna head over to the track. Oh, yes. It's time to wetsuit up. Always aim for the grass as your landing spot. It's a lot easier on the bottom of the ski. Yes! I'm so pumped. It's been a long week. This is the week where I got burned out on the 1100 jet boat. And also the week when the jet sail sank. And maybe that video hasn't came out yet, but it'll be coming to you guys relatively soon if you're seeing this video. I can never get this stupid thing clipped on. What the? Frickin'. Yeah. I've been sprinting around. I left the key, you know, in my truck because I took it up there when I went to get my wetsuit. Holy cow. I'm pushing it out backwards, which is something you generally do just to clear anything out of the pump in case I got any sand or rocks in it.
It doesn't get
All right, Jacob, lap time.
Got more video of this riding around with the Super Crash, and may or may not be the next video you guys see, but obviously the more support this video gets, the more likely this will come out sooner. I don't really know what else to say, but we do have tons more X4 content coming, but we also have a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So definitely keep it locked in here, because you don't want to miss what happens next.